This thing working? Oh, oops, I hit record, whatever. I'm not gonna redo it. So today we're using the Rockwell 2C, and we're using the blade that I could not figure out the name to, in my mind at least, a shave or two ago, however long it's been. Kai's, we're using Kai blades. So go ahead and load that up. As you see in the thumbnail, we'll be using Declaration Grooming's soap. This is not their new latest and greatest base. I purchased this. This is like, this specific soap from Declaration Grooming is kind of like my second coming to wet shaving. It's the first purchase I made. This is the Kai blade, by the way. Kai blades come unmarked. The first purchase, I'm gonna actually set this down so I don't slit my finger open while I'm undoing this. First purchase I made when starting wet shaving again from the original time. So this is the Kai, I'm gonna put that on. My very first, when I first started trying to wet shave, was Henry Cavendish's Himalayan sea salt or something like that, whatever it is. It's a vegan soap. We're gonna use the R3 base plate here. Hopefully the camera picks it up, maybe it won't, I don't know. And we'll screw our 3-piece together. All right. Everything seems aligned. Today we are drinking, and I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm already, it's an evening shave. I don't get too crazy when I drink, but you know, it's just that feel good type feeling, you know. Anyways, so as you saw, like I said, Declaration Grooming's After the Rain. I'm actually trying something a little new. This is filled with water. If I slush it around, you should be able to see that water moving. So I'm gonna go ahead and empty that water out. I typically don't bloom my soaps. I don't think it's necessary. But, oops, my towel's falling. I don't think it's such a bad thing anymore. I initially thought it was a terrible thing to bloom your soaps. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're using the RazoRock 24 millimeter synthetic. I'll show you that. I just wet it here. RazoRock 24 mil synthetic. So we'll just go straight to the book. So yeah, I hope everybody's having a good week. It's actually at the end, right? So hope everyone had a good week, depending on when you're watching this. And we have suds flying, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I do not, what is happening? I don't bloom my pucks, so this stuff is going everywhere. I have about 15, maybe 30 spots with lather all over the counter here. Whatever. Just got out of the shower. I definitely need to shave. This spot here, I keep getting a scab, and like when I get scabs, I just have the need to pick them. So I picked the damn thing off. I shouldn't have. It is what it is. I probably shouldn't even be shaving over it, but again, it is what it is. That's the puck. I'm gonna get a little bit of this lather out of here. I'm just gonna rinse off the rest of that real quick. There's lather all over my sink. At least we're smelling nice in here. So yeah, I hope everybody's been having a good week. Like I said in my last video, my in-laws are in, so yeah. That's why I'm shooting in here. They have the guest bathroom on the other side of the house. All right, and so let's see what we have here. From what I remember, this is some awesome soap. I feel like, you know, regardless of, I have soap all the way up my arm. What in the heck is happening? I don't know how I have so much lather went everywhere, apparently. Yeah, I don't care how many iterations that people have of soaps, Declaration Grooming's iterations, or You know, another great one, in all honesty, is Ariana and Evans soaps. You know, if you don't like paying the high price point though, which it's all subjective. Price is definitely subjective, but I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this. Price is subjective, but you know, when you start reaching 20, 25 bucks for a jar of soap, it's a bit pricey. Now, that jar will last you several months, but I don't know. If I ramble today, it's not my fault. It is the liquor. The liquor. What is it saying as far as, I mean, look at the, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. There's definitely a sheen to this and to the actual lather on the brush. I mean, this soap is awesome. All of my soaps that I use, in my opinion, are good, are very good, or else I wouldn't use them. I mean, as you know, with Dr. Squatch, I don't use that one anymore. That's a bath soap. So if soaps aren't good, I'm not going to use them. On the other hand, there are some soaps, in my opinion at least, that are above and beyond others. Not just in the slickness and the actual shave itself, the protective lather, that type of thing, but the post-shave feel. And this is one of those soaps. You know, like I said, Declaration Grooming. I haven't tried their new base. This is their old base. But what's their new base called? Oh, geez. I was thinking about this in the shower. And I had it. Oh, Milk Steak. So Declaration Grooming's Milk Steak base is the actual. Let me go ahead and cover myself up. This towel keeps falling. I'm losing weight. I gained the COVID-15. The COVID-19 15 is what, I don't know, I've seen it called 15 pounds because you're sitting at home. Anyways. But I've also been losing some of that as well. Oh yeah, this blade's aggressive, that's for sure. I'm not sure if I'm in there. I think you guys are a little further away from me than normal. That I'm normally used to, at least. This mirror is the counter is a bit more out towards me. So therefore you guys are further away from me. And I just feel like I might not be in frame for you. Sorry if I'm not. I'll try to check the camera down here every now and then. Time to use the other side, right? I'd say so. Look at the back of that. Can you see all the hair there? In there? I shouldn't say hair, I should say stubble. I have a hair there. But yeah, the stubble that's coming off. Let me go ahead and turn this and use the other side. Sometimes I'll watch other guys shave. And they'll use a DE razor like I'm using. Might not be the same one, but it'll be a DE razor. And they don't turn the blade. They like use the one side every time. It's like, my goodness, man. You have two sides to that. It's a double edge razor. It's not a single edge. Flip that damn thing. Yeah, this soap is... I mean, look. It's all subjective, I guess. That's what I'll start with. As I always say, it's all very subjective. But there are some soaps that are just, they're just better than others. And I think, I think I'm using one that's better than the vast majority of them. I mean, do I like my PDP, my Près de Provence, and my Colonel Conk, and my Parasso, and my Arco, and my Palmolive, and all of my my Cella, my, not really Mitchell's Wolfat if I'm being honest, my Hasslinger, do I love all those? Absolutely. Oh yeah. I love all of them. But there are just some. Now, Hasslinger is one of those. It's kind of one of those in between soaps for me, because Hasslinger, just like Mitchell's Wool Fat, provides a very good post-shave feel. It does. Now, Hasslinger, unlike Mitchell's Wool Fat lathers, awesome and doesn't dissipate. So Hasslinger, in my opinion, at least the new version of Mitchell's Wool Fat, Hasslinger is better than that. Now, I think Declaration Grooming, I think Peter Charkalis and you may hear the dogs barking there, sorry about that. Like I said, this is an evening shave, this isn't early morning, so you're gonna hear some noise. And look at the sheen. Can you see that? I don't know if this camera does it justice, but there's a sheen there. And that sheen is nice. All right, let's finish this up. My battery says 15%. I think that the more modern soaps, like I said, Declaration Grooming, Ariana and Evans, I think they've just kind of compounded on the already great Hasslinger and maybe the old Mitchell's Wool Fat. Again, I've never used a good Mitchell's Wool Fat. I've only used the poor performing one. So, man, this Kai blade, holy cow, there was absolutely no tug whatsoever. This Kai blade is awesome. Going across the growth here. Yeah, so on the last shave video, I think it was the last shave video, I had a good little conversation with Linguophile. Linguophile 88's been a very good constant on this channel. I think pretty much since its inception. I mean, I may have had 10 or 15 videos before Linguophile started watching, but I don't know if you want me to use your real name. That's why I'm going to call you Linguophile. But yeah, we had a good little conversation about something I was talking about in the last video. And I have read what you sent a few times, and while I definitely agree with the verses and chat, I also just, it's hard for me to get around what I told you about as well. It's hard for me to just and not necessarily going into detail on that, but to throw a wrench in the works, the Louisiana Attorney General, Louisiana AG, Landry, Scott Landry, I don't know if it's Scott Landry, whatever it is. Last name's Landry. Has come out and basically said that there is no, or there will be no fine, monetary, or other on the quote-unquote mandates due to them being unconstitutional. Now that's directly from the AG, which is above the governor of any state. And AG, I think, has final call. So AG says, hey, basically Louisiana citizens do not have to abide by what the governor said. And so yeah. So at that point, you know, reading everything in the bot, you know, how do you, again, so do we go with the old, which at this point would be the governor saying it's mandated, or do we go with the new, which is the AG saying you're not, like, it's not mandated, it's unconstitutional? Which one do you go with, you know? So that's a big, they have a big uproar right now in Louisiana. I mean, uproar meaning like between the two parties, or parties being the AG and the governor, not parties being Democrat, probably. Anyways, so yeah, that's, you know, it's an ever-changing world with this Corona stuff. And oh, did you guys see in Florida? In Florida, they had 100% positive rate in Florida, and it came out last night or late last night, early this morning, that they were misinterpreting the results. It's positive or it's negative. How do you misinterpret a positive or negative? You know, regardless of if you're doing a plus or minus sign, a P or an M, I don't know but how do you misinterpret that? Anyways, it wasn't 100%. It dropped down to like 9%. So they were reporting 100% of the cases, 5,400 in a day. 5,400 out of 5,400 were positive, and then it went down to like whatever, like 400 and something out of that 5,400 were actually positive. It's like, okay, something isn't right here. Something's not adding up. Anyways, I'll leave that for another shave because we're done. All right, I'm gonna finish it off with Valley Parkway. I don't know why I chose this. I don't have Declaration Grooming's After the Rain aftershave. So this, it's a citrus, I don't know. I just like the scent of it. I can't necessarily go in depth. I just like the scent of this. It's kind of white and milky too. I don't know if, you could probably see that a little bit. It's white and milky. So it has alcohol in it. And it also has menthol, I believe. Oh man, that feels good. The menthol feels nice and cooling. Oh, just enough burn. Oh yeah, I think that looks good too. Other than this little freaking spot right there. And again, it's just raw skin. That's all it is. It's nothing else. Just raw skin. Because I keep peeling the scab. Anyways, I'll see you guys next shave.